Hi, my name is Greg Brewer. I am presently serving as the rector of Calvary St. George's Episcopal Church in downtown Manhattan. But as you can see, I'm not in Manhattan. I'm here in the chapel of the diocesan offices here in Central Florida. And I'm very, very happy to be here. Here in the Orlando Winter Park area, Diocese of Central Florida is actually where I began my ministry. I was ordained by Bill Falwell at All Saints Episcopal Church in Winter Park. I married a local, Laura Lee Williams, now Laura Lee Brewer. We have 5 boys who are now grown sons, all of them in very different kinds of professions and pursuits, from business to professional chef, to one who's actively involved in youth ministry, to another who's an aspiring actor, and to one who is ordained in the Episcopal Church, presently getting his PhD in England. I started at All Saints in Winter Park. I went from there to a new church plant out in the Winter Springs area called New Covenant. Served there, went from there to being on the faculty of Trinity School for Ministry in Ambridge, to a large suburban Episcopal church outside of Philadelphia, Good Samaritan, now serving in a very multicultural urban congregation in downtown New York. So I have a breadth of experience that I am able to bring. I've traveled around in various parts of the world. I've participated and served in highly theologically diverse dioceses, and hopefully, by God's grace, been able in the midst of that diversity to maintain a clear, faithful, biblical witness that's grounded in the central understanding of what it means to be faithful, Christian, and Anglican. In the light of that, I bring not only that experience to bear here, but I want to tell you just very briefly a little bit about my passions. That's something that you ought to know. First of all, who I am, first, in fact, foremost, is that I'm a man of prayer. I deeply believe in both the necessity of prayer, but also the power of intercession, because it really is out of prayer that everything else flowers. God provides for us as we seek Him in prayer, and He leads us and shapes us and molds us. Secondly, out of that prayer and out of that prayer life comes vision. I am a person who tries to discern faithfully, to be able to see carefully what actually the present circumstances are, as well as what the possibilities are for the future. In the midst of the tumultuous nature of what's happening in the Episcopal Church, as well as in the wider Anglican communion, of which I'm very familiar, it seems to me having that kind of prayer and vision is critically important for leadership here in the future. Finally, out of that, being someone who both prays and tries to see faithfully, what I see is not just structures, it's people. At my heart really is the desire to be a pastor, to serve faithfully. That was one of the things that just struck me when I first came to the Diocese of Central Florida. At that point, Bill Falwell was an extraordinary pastor who, with Chris, his wife, faithfully led the clergy, and he was, above all else, a faithful pastor to his clergy. That's what I want to be. I want to see the Diocese of Central Florida be that kind of diocesan family where people know each other, where they care for one another across parish lines, and where they think and pray together about how to reach this area for the gospel, and out of that to be a faithful witness to the wider Episcopal Church and the broader Anglican communion. I want to be a part of a leadership team that really enjoys one another's company, that laughs together and serves together, and thinks creatively, carefully, courageously, but most importantly, prayerfully and biblically faithfully about how we lead and serve together. So I look forward to see what God might have in store for us as we think and pray for the future. Who knows? Whether God calls me here or not, of course, is a question for the future. But right now, I'm praying for God to raise up the man He has chosen, that bishop and that people might lead faithfully together. Thank you.